Okay, this is Paul Elliott with CAF-News, back bringing you another episode to let you know what's going on at Capital Audiofest 2022. It's November 11th, 12th, and 13th, Rockville, Maryland. Be there or be square, okay? This is CAF's 11th year. The show has grown every year since the very beginning, all the way up to 2019, where we had over 80 rooms. It was the biggest show and the best up to that point. It was a great show. The state shut Gary down because of COVID lockdown in 2020. He came roaring back in 2021. Big gamble. We didn't know what was going to happen, but the vendors supported him. The participants came out, the public came out, and we had a great show. This year, we're back with bigger and better again. So here's Gary. Gary Gill, the owner of Capital Audiofest, is going to let us know what's going on this year. Take it on, Gary.
Hey, thanks, Paul. And by the way, Paul, thank you. I mean, you've been with the Capital Audiofest since the creation, the first year, when I used painter's tape to hang the signs on the walls, and it's halfway, or more than halfway, filled with used gear. But I mean, look where we've come now to have, from, as you said, from I think 12 rooms in a historic mansion to now 92 rooms this year, still in the Hilton Hotel in downtown Rockville, Maryland. Oh, by the way, make sure people that are in DC remember that you can use the Metro if you don't want to drive there, because you can use the Washington Metro on the Red Line, get off at the Twin Brook stop, and get off on the west side of the Metro Rail. Also, Paul, thank you. As I said, we're at 92 rooms, and we have 50-ish table vendors or booths. And man, I still just got a call this morning for another guy who's coming. He sold t-shirts last year. He's coming back with tie-dyes. So, but we've got tons of vendors. And then, just to lead on, just 2 weeks ago, I was associated with it's called the DC Record Fair. And man, that place was packed at the Eden Hotel, downtown DC. And I'm hoping that a lot of these same folks come to the Capital Audiofest, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We've got a lot of new vendors and a lot of new table people, and we're just really excited about it all the way around. So thank you, Paul.
All right. Well, that's great. And tell us about the live music that you're going to have at the restaurant bar Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. So on Friday, first of all, we start off with beer tasting and potentially a distilled spirit tasting from 4 to 6, both Friday and Saturday, which will lead into the music, which starts at 7 o'clock. The music on Friday is by, it's called Strip Mall Ballads. And I worked out an arrangement with Songbird of DC. They're a record / music, live music venue in DC, Songbird, SONGBYRD. And they helped bring in, it's called Strip Mall Ballads. I'd call them like a redneck, Americana, bluesy, hard, blues music, and that'll be on Friday night, so it'll be fun. And then on Saturday, we have someone that we all know, and I think he's like Bill Frisell, in my opinion, and I love Bill Frisell. I love all the ECM stuff, but his name is Anthony Pirog, and it's Anthony Pirog Trio. He's got a new record coming out, and he's just an amazing guitarist. So we'll have a blast on both Friday and Saturday night after the show shuts down at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And in the past, you've had some lecture series. Do you have any lectures going on this year?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've probably got more than we need, but we've got 4 on Friday, 4 on Saturday, and 3 on Sunday. And, these guys have the leeway to take up an hour or hour and a half with question and answer. So it's jam-packed with a lot of, and some new folks too. So make sure you look at the website. There's a page that talks about the seminars. We're going to have poster boards up that will go over the seminars. I think they starts every 2 hours. So starting on Friday at 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., 3, and then 5. And that's Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, 11, 1, and 3. So 3 guest speakers on Sunday. So total of 11 guest speakers.
Oh, that sounds like we're going to have plenty to do with 92 rooms, 50 plus vendors in the marketplace, and more lectures than we have time to see.
Actually, sometimes some of the vendors are they're like, oh man, they're going to see a guest speaker rather than to my room. But you know what? Some of these guest speakers are vendors that have unique products, unique technology, and information that they love to share with the attendees. So feel free to visit those. We have both vinyl and I'd say analog and digital speakers, so we know they know what they're talking about. And sure enough, you can follow up with them and go back into their vendor rooms. But there should be tons of information for everyone to come and listen to.
All right. So everybody, please remember November 11th, 12th, and 13th in Rockville, Maryland at the Rockville Hilton. It's right on the Twin Brook Metro stop. There's parking on the weekend all around. It's going to be a great show. You won't know which way to turn. There's so much going on at Capital Audiofest 2022.
So Paul, do you mind? Can I talk about the parking briefly?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so the parking is free, but it's going to be full. My recommendation is to park across the street, which is Rockville Pike, Maryland 355. Park across the street at the Congressional Plaza, of which many people know where the Matchbox Pizza is. It's a large strip mall and plenty of parking for free. It should be free all weekend, but it's going to be tough. If you don't find it at the Hilton, go across the street.
Yeah, and also when you're crossing 355, look both ways.
Multiple times. Yeah. Definitely, especially if you had a drink or two.
Yeah. Please only cross at the crosswalks.
Yes.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. I hope everybody took all this in. It's going to be a very intense, busy weekend, but it also has the CAF laid back vibe. I just can't wait to get this going. Thanks a lot.
It's going to definitely take you more than one day to cover the show if you want to do it right. I highly recommend. I've got new vendors that came from the Pacific show, new folks that showed up there that are happy. They're coming out to CAF. So, we're doing a little bit of crossbreeding there from PAF to CAF. And we're going to go back and forth, West Coast, East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. So we're excited.
Yep. All right. Thanks a lot, Gary. And that'll be it.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
Bye.
Bye-bye.